Hey everybody, and welcome to Tiki Tech Time. Today we're going to take logs from FMC. We're going to move them over to Logstash. So you're going to need an FMC working, obviously. You're going to need Logstash up and going. You're going to need a CentOS box so we can install our eStreamer client. You're also going to need a little bit of time and some booze. So let's get to it. All right, everybody, let's get down to it. Hope you all have your favorite beverage. This is going to take just a little bit, but this is going to be cool. So we're starting out with our CentOS box. I am doing syslog forwarding to my ELK stack. The reason why I'm doing that is because there are some instances where you have a managed ELK stack or you just can't install the eStreamer directly on it. If you have multiple FMCs, maybe you want to point to different things to eStreamer services to go different places. Anyways, this is a lab. If you need to adapt it to your environment, that's totally cool. I'm just showing you what I've learned, so let's get started. So, before I get started, this is a lab. Yes, I'm using root. I know, shame on me. There are lots of things that I'm going to be doing here that you wouldn't do in a live environment. This is a lab. Just do that before you start complaining on the internet. Thank you. And I took a drink of beer. Okay, so let's go here. Let's find our server. Let's just start over. Yeah, close it out. Why not? We got our eStreamer. We need to get it to the server somehow. I'm just going to be using WinSCP. 27. Root. I know. Have your fit. Leave the comments. I'm cool with that. Oh, of course. Firewall. So... all right, let's try that again. All right, cool. Firewall. Yeah, firewall, fun. Okay, so move that over. Hey, look at that. Now you get the eStreamer client on your Linux box. Yay. So it's on CentOS. So let's go back to CentOS. There are a couple things that you're going to need before you do this, before you install the eStreamer client. You're going to need Python, and you're going to need PyOpenSSL. If you're using CentOS version 8. CentOS version 8 uses Python 3. You're going to have to go in, whenever you do your, I'll just show you. So if you do a yum install Python on CentOS, oh, come on. You get this. Hooray. You're installing Python 2.7. But if you do this in a CentOS 8 environment, it's going to try to figure out between CentOS 8, CentOS, oh, what is going on? Already installed, okay. So it's going to figure out between CentOS 3 and CentOS 2, so you would actually do 2. So that means you're going to have to go into your config and you're going to have to change it to your executable being Python 2 or pip2, because that's the next thing we have to install. We have to do a yum install Python pip Python and OpenSSL with GCC. It's going to go through and it's going to install a bunch of stuff. While you're doing that, you can take another drink of your beer. All right. Let's see if pip's loaded. Hey, pip's not found. Perfect, good. All right, so you will probably have to install, or let's see. There's a repo that you're going to have to do. So let's do yum install epel release. Yes, that's fine. Let's install those again. Hey, found more stuff. Cool. Hey, pip's working. Sweet. Okay. So once pip is working, then we do pip. Whoops. Why is it? Oh, it's because I'm not on the right screen. All right. Pip install PyOpenSL. Good. Okay. So eStreamer client. Let's go to tar xf eStreamer. Makes this cool directory. Let's go to eStreamer directory. All right, we go to Encore sh. So let's run. I'll be honest. Whenever I ran this the first time, I ran it with test, but I think there are. Whoops. I think there are. There we go. So we're gonna run this with JSON. Oh my gosh, it needs the PKCS12 file. TK421. All right, let's go into our firewall. I'm running 6407. I've tested it in 6.4 and above, so this should be fine. It's available in 6.3. You should be okay. So as you can see, I've already made one for my other one that I was testing, but let's just create a new one. 172.16.32.27. Make the password whatever you want. Save it. This is real simple. It doesn't require a deploy, which is amazing because you deploy all the time in these FTDs and FMCs. But there it is. Let's download that certificate. Perfect. All right, so we got it. So let's get it up to that server. Copy it over. Go back to our eStreamer server. Come on. All right, back to our eStreamer server. Let's go. So it's going to want it called, as you can see up here, it's going to want it called client.pkcs12. So let's copy the 17 into the eStreamer folder with a client.pkcs12 file name. Hopefully I did that right, and we can see the client pkcs12 is right there in the root. So let's launch our Encore again. Encore. You've not configured SMS, whatever. Please enter it here. This is the FMC 172.16.32.5 in my scenario. All right, so let's run through the setup. JSON. Whoops. Why did it test? There we go. So if I ran test, it shows up. It's a process. Sorry. Yeah, it's a process. All right. So anyways, passwords. Just going to 3. Good. Looks like the connection is good. So now let's go. We're not going to start this yet. So what I want to do is go back to the ELK stack and configure it to pick up the file. So what you have to do in the ELK stack, where is it? Okay, so this is what I have in my ELK stack. I have a syslog.conf. So if we nano this thing and we go through it, I'm opening up port 5514 for syslog. I accept UDP, TCP, whatever. Just give me syslog and 5514. On your grok filters, I do overwrite the message, and I'll put all this in notes or in the blog or whatever so you can have it. And in the JSON field, the source is the message. And that way it actually breaks up that message and categorizes it like it should. And the output goes to my Elasticsearch onto my host, and that is my host IP address with the ingest port right there. So all good. There are a couple things that you may have to do. You more than likely will have to do to get this going if you have a fairly fresh version of the ELK stack. You're going to have to get some plugins. So what I did was I did user share logstash bin, logstash bin logstash plugin install logstash filter JSON encode. So you do that, you're going to run that one. And then I just did a regular one on top of that. You're going to run it. That's actually going to install the plugins, get it ready to read those log files, those JSON log files. All right, so what we can do is I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do systemctl stop logstash. Give it a second. Take a drink of a beer. Okay, so it stopped. So let's do systemctl start logstash. It's pretty quick. So what we want to do is we want to tail that the log file to see actually what's going on, to make sure everything's starting like it should, make sure there's no errors. Logstash plain.log. So that's good. It looks like it's moving. Successfully started Logstash API endpoint, which is amazing. So we're good there. So if we do a, let's see, what is it? Netstat. Netstat. Open. No. Netstat. Yeah. Why is that not working? Ah, there we go, caps. Anyways, you should be ingesting logs now. So you can also do systemctl stat logstash status logstash active running. Hooray. Good. As we can see back on our Logstash or on our ELK stack, so I deleted all my indices. Everything's all cleared out, so you shouldn't see anything there. You don't see anything. Nothing's going on. It is very active. Like I can go to I don't know. I can go to
You'll need an Apple.
I can go to ibm.com, which should kick off something. No data is flowing to it. Oh, another thing. Let's. I'm sorry. I'm back and forth, but on here, go through the documents on Cisco and see what you want. For mine in particular, I was really concerned about connection events, malware events, user activity, correlation and whitelist events, intrusion events, and file events. You could, just in this scenario, I just opened everything up. Go through, actually know what these do, figure out what you're getting. That way you're not just like turning on the fire hose and just blasting all this data into ELK stack. So let's go back to our ELK stack. Actually, let's go back to our eStreamer client. So there's some cool things that you can do. Let's check out the configuration file of the eStreamer to make sure. Whoops, I don't have nano on this box. Gotta have nano because I'm just not a VI guy. Sorry, gonna offend some people there, but I'm just not. Okay, so for this, so we're sending UDP to that. So let's go back. eStreamer box, URI, UDP, yep, 5514 is the open port I have. Okay, so 172.16.32.250, 5514, Control O, writes that out, Control X. All right, so now we can actually run it, but here's the thing. You don't want to just run it in the background and just, like, I like to run it in the foreground, and there's an option for that. Luckily, there's an option to run this in the foreground, and you can actually see what it's doing. So right now, it looks like it's doing some stuff. Otherwise, you're going to see a bunch of errors. You're going to see this isn't working, that isn't working, everything else. So right now, we're just going to assume that this is working. And let's go back to our domain controller. And now let's go to Google, I don't know. Yeah, why not? Google.com. So hopefully, we're going to start seeing some data. Let's see. CentOS, what's going on here? Take a drink of this. Ah, so good. Having fun. Let's test. Connection successful. So we know connection successful as far as to, now that's testing the connection from the eStreamer box to the firewall. So let's do foreground again. Start grabbing some files, sending them over. So what this does is this should, and maybe I just wasn't giving it enough time, but it should start collecting records. And once it collects a fair amount of records, it's going to start sending them over. The last time I did this, it was pretty quick though, so I'm a little nervous. I'll be honest, my demos tend to fall flat. Look at that, we're getting data. Oh my goodness. Data's coming in. We got a shit pot full of data. So, okay, so here's the cool thing. So, okay, so it's not live yet, but let's say we want to catch somebody going to tikitechguy.com. Yeah, I know it's not live yet. There we go. Okay, maybe it's just taking a bit to pick it up, but we're getting data now. Whoops. Don't know why it's not letting me search for it, but there we go. All right. What a pain in the ass, but that's definitely it. I'm not going to cover going through the dashboards and creating like little filters and reports and all that kind of stuff. I'm just getting to the point to where you're getting data in here. It's all parsed out. You can go down through the fields. You can go down and check usernames, all that kind of stuff. So at that point, you're going to have to be creative. I'll probably make another video that does some dashboards because I have to create some dashboards as well. So I might as well share. But for now, thanks for watching and see you later.